So this is a second-hand oven, and I'm wanting to turn it into something I can use for my powder coating. So I need to connect it up. So there's the terminals inside there. I just want to see that it's all working before I kind of start meddling with it. Okay. Okay, the moment of truth. Okay, there's something going on here. So I think the first thing is I was going to give it a little clean up, because I don't want any like fat and grease to be left in the oven if I'm doing the powder coating. I want the oven to be quite clean. Okay, so this has all been nicely cleaned up, and now I want to put it onto a little bit of a stand with drawers underneath where I can actually store all of my powder coating equipment, and put it on wheels so that I can actually move this thing around, because space is really tight here. Okay, let's make a frame. So this is the powder from the powder coat. So at least one drawer 20 mils high, or 200 mils at least, sorry, 200 millimeters high. And maybe another one 10, so 300 mils altogether. Right, I'm going to mark out some pieces and cut them. Last piece. So I ran out of exactly the same bar as this, but this one is very similar. It's a used piece. I'll just weld those holes up. So 4 cross members, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 depth, 4 uprights. So this has to go like that. So I'm going to cut a little square out of the corner, on each corner, so I can just weld them together. So I've cut that little piece out. And this will essentially go together like that. Okay, not bad. Okay, so I'm putting the one on top of the other. Okay, that's pretty good. So they are both equal. This is pushing it way out. Because if I clamp it on the inside, the angle line actually slopes on the inside. So one should really clamp it on the outside, like that. So if it's on the outside, it should be nice and square. I'm going to continue with the others and come back. Okay, I've got the uprights on. Okay, so I'm going to go around and line up all these things and get them square at the bottom. Okay, so that's the whole thing done. Now, so the oven sits on top here. There's going to be a big thick drawer and a thin drawer, two drawers. And underneath there's going to be wheels. So I'm thinking of making just a little angle piece to go in the corner. So when I put the wheel on, I've got a place for the fourth bolt to go. Okay, there and there. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I've got these draw runners which I've used to set up and have mounting holes here. So I can mount them like that. But I thought that there was a pair of these in a pack. So I bought 2 packs. Turns out there was only one in each pack. And the place that I got them from is closed. So I went to get some other ones, so I bought these. These are definitely a pair. But the mounting holes are in a slightly different place. Yeah. Anyway, so I may just drill new mounting holes into these. It's easier than trying to modify this part. Sorry about the background noise, but it's pouring with rain. Okay, I'm going to mount these runners on here and get some good measurements so I can make the drawers. So there's access to the mounting holes through here. You see there's a little groove cut in there. There we go. Okay, there's the one on. And do the one on the other side. Okay, so I need to make a drawer to fit in there. Okay, that's going to be the back sides in front of the big drawer. Okay, so that's the drawer. Now I need to cut out the base of the drawer. Here you got our drawers. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, let's glue up. Oh, before I glue up, I'm going to grind off this white stuff all along the edge here, just so the glue sticks. Okay, we'll do the other one as well. Okay, so there we have it. inside look like? That's not bad. Right, I'll do the other one off camera. So to get this rail out, you see if you pull this rail, it comes to an end. But there's a little clip here. So to get this rail out to mount it, there's a little lever and you press that lever down. Then this whole thing comes out. See, there's like a clip. You push it back in, clicks in. Press it down. You take this thing out completely. And you can mount it on the drawer. So I need to screw that onto the drawer. This plywood is only 10 mils thick, so I don't think there's a screw is going to have enough grip in this wood to hold this drawer runner on, because it's probably going to have quite a bit of weight in it. It's a big drawer. So I'm drilling a hole right through. I'm going to put a small nut and bolt in there. So on the inside of the drawer, these little bolts sticking in, but I'll trim them off shorter later. Okay, I think that's pretty nice. I'm going to do the top drawer now. Okay, I think that is a good spacing. Right, let me measure up and mark that up. I think it's perfectly fine. Okay, actually going to screw this, this fascia or front piece onto the drawer, screw it and glue it through from the inside. But let's pull everything apart now and get on to the next stage. There we go. Okay, so there we've got our pieces all the way around. I'm going to drill these holes through now and bolt it on. Okay, so I've got all the side panels screwed on, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this whole thing upside down. I'll say that again, I'm going to turn the whole thing upside down. And I'm going to put the wheels on. Now we need to put the drawer slides back in. Okay. I need the top. Okay, I'm just going to screw the top down. Okay. Okay, there it is. So that's all the powder coating stuff, the whole powder coating gun, everything, all the powders that side. I think this bottom of this drawer is bending down a little bit. I might have to put a little stiffening thing across. Then up top here, spray guns, nail guns, smaller spray guns. And that's it.
Just going to tidy up here while that warms up.
So I'm just using this to see. So it looks like we're at 180 now. So once it reaches, so it's going to take a while for those parts to reach 180 degrees, and then it takes 10 minutes after that. I'll put my welding gloves on. Okay, so I mean it's definitely done its thing. So I'm just going to let it cool now. So what I was a bit worried about is it's a thermofan, so there's air that circulates in the oven, but it didn't seem to affect the powder coating at all. So even though there is a fan, I think the air just moves very slowly. So thanks for joining me. Take two. So that brings us to the end of this video. Take three. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and you will be seeing this oven in future videos.